Hi, everybody. So this week we had to discuss Ron Edmonds' quote and decide what would be the biggest obstacles to teaching and successfully teaching all children. For me, one of the biggest obstacles is time. I feel like in most cases there's not enough time to give all of the content that you need to give. Another obstacle for me is general understanding. I don't always understand what I have to teach. I teach K through third grade, which means I have a vast amount of curriculum that I have to teach. And all of the curriculum I have to teach, I feel like I'm not as attuned to teach each piece, and there are certain aspects that I don't understand because I am new to teaching still. I am only in my first year, technically, even though I've been teaching for almost 2 now. And there are parts that I just don't quite understand. And so I have to ask other teachers to help me with those parts. The next part that we're supposed to discuss is a time when we were able to go above the call of what we were told to learn. I remember when I was starting my teaching program and we were getting towards the end, I had to take a reading class. And in that reading class, we had to come up with a topic for a specific TEK. I chose a TEK that was about slavery, about the different amendments in slavery. In this TEK, it discussed how the changes around the world, around the country, were allowing the slaves to do different things. And I decided to write a book. We all had to write a book of some sort. I first decided to use a first grade TEK on science, but I didn't like it. So I scrapped the whole idea and redid the whole thing and included this fifth grade TEK on slavery and how the amendments were created. And when I did that, I was able to write a chapter book over, I think I got like 3 or 4 chapters done in the chapter book. And this goes directly with the concept listed on page 85 of the Understanding by Design book. Page 85 talks about explaining specific points. In explaining that point, I was able to create a narrative of sorts and really dive deep into what it was talking about and how to really explain it in a fun, amazing way that allowed my students to enjoy it, but at the same time allowed me to deliver the content I needed to deliver. The next part that links directly to this experience and learning is on page 113, and it talks about topic versus overarching essential questions. For that particular assignment, the overarching essential questions would be what amendments caused the slaves to be free and how did all of the events transpire. And the way that I took the overarching topic and I made it specific pieces. And each chapter talked about the specific pieces and the different struggles that a slave had to go through in order for them to become free and not be able to vote and be a citizen and things of that nature. In that instance, I went above it. I went above the learning objective because I had a solid product when I started. It was solid. All I had to do was just draw in the pictures for it. It was a very good topic about how movement and different things worked. But I didn't like it. And since I didn't like it, I felt I needed to do more. I was not required to write as much as I did, but because I didn't like what I had, I scrapped the whole project and I started over and made it a more quality project. And as a result, I felt better about what I gave my instructor.